Hi, this is Cable. I don't know what happened. I did end the stream, but it looks like it sort of ended itself. So I do apologize. Maybe the internet went off while I was driving my car. So I do apologize. I was just playing a video before about the which is kind of relevant to what we're talking about, which is about digital ID and the whole notion of surveillance society. So I'm gonna play it again. So bear with me. Yeah, this guy was mentioned. The guy on the left, B.F. Skinner, kind of predicted the kind of world that we're going to be in, where your behavior is managed, and the whole notion of individualism will be no longer important anymore. It's also going to be irrelevant. So let me just play this video. I already played it before, but I'm playing it again because it's very relevant to this whole surveillance society that we find ourselves drifting towards.
To keep it closed, Xi Jinping decided to turn China into a giant system in which everyone's behavior could be predicted, managed, and controlled.
Yeah, last time I played only half of this video, so I want to aim to play the full video. It's only 8 minutes long, so let's see how. Let's show it.
The aim was to learn from the data how all the individuals linked together in the society, so their behavior could be predicted, like components in a system.
Yeah, it just said cameras in China with artificial intelligence in use in China. Can you believe that? AI cameras.
出现每张脸都可以对应说他的身份证，以及他所经过，比如在过去1周，我们回溯他的行经路程，我们也做了像人和车的匹配。那同时在人上匹配，还包括亲属关系匹配，然后是你经常接触人员之间匹配。就是当摄像机布到或者我们传感器布到一定密度的时候，其实我们会经常知道你跟谁经常在一起。
But there was a further aim, to adjust the behavior of people so they would fit better into the system. It was called algorithmic governance. And if the data from all the different sources showed a person behaving well, buying the right food for their children, not cheating at computer games, and not jaywalking, then they would be given what were called social credits. This would then give them rewards, from discounts.
Social credit system. This is on the BBC documentary, and unfortunately, people don't pay attention to documentaries like this these days. So documentaries like these end up on iPlayer. They don't be on the BBC anymore. On BBC One or BBC Two. It's always on the BBC iPlayer. So yeah. People, you gotta pay attention to these kind of documentaries, because sometimes you when something happens, you shouldn't be like taken aback from it. You gotta be ready for it, because you gotta understand they want effectively to control every aspect of our lives.
Bills to getting better visibility on dating sites, even avoiding the queue to pay to see a doctor. "50 years before, an American psychologist called B.F. Skinner had become notorious when he had outlined just such a society. Skinner had shown how he could easily alter the behavior of animals, like pigeons, by using a simple system of rewards. He called it operant conditioning.
In this experiment, he must peck at the cross 10 times before the food is forthcoming. After 4 or 5 sessions, the pigeon learns the routine perfectly and pecks at the cross wherever he sees it, without being in the least upset at being made to work for his living.
Now that produces in a rat or a pigeon or a monkey and in a man a very high rate of activity. And if you build up, you can get enormous amounts of behavior out of these organisms for very little pay. You don't need to give them very much to induce a lot of that. Now, a world in which a great many productive things occur on this schedule will be a wonderful world.
Skinner wrote a novel called Walden 2 that described a future utopia where all human behavior would be controlled through this kind of operant conditioning.
Yeah, notice the whole science thing, right, on the book. Yeah, it goes back to what Aldous Huxley said in Brave New World, or some other books, I believe, or from him. A scientific dictatorship of sorts, where it manages society for the good of the people, supposedly. It's all on control, isn't it? What you see, what you do, how you behave, how you not behave, what you eat. This ties up with the climate change thing and the carbon footprint, where you're only allowed to use a certain amount of carbon, otherwise they'll just tax you to the hilt. So you got to be a good citizen. That's all. It's all about. Be a good citizen. Be a good citizen. Otherwise, you'll face the consequences. And people still believe that politicians care about them. And even though at the moment there is mass opposition to digital ID in the UK, right, a mass opposition, we have a situation where the ones that are speaking of opposition are people that are not friends or allies of the masses. The people like Rupert Lowe, MP, people like Jeremy Corbyn, because he's controlled opposition, as is Rupert Lowe. Many people in Parliament are controlled. They're all controlled opposition. Even alternative media personalities like Alex Jones, David Icke, Tommy Robinson. Even though David Icke does a lot of good work, you got to ask yourself, why are these people leading the opposition? The only answer I can give is that I think in the end, these people are going to be the ones that are going to push the state to carry out more and more draconian anti-freedom laws. That's what I think is going to happen, because every time they do this, every time we hear a story about someone saying something stupid online, like we did Lucy Connolly, even though I don't believe she went to jail anyway, the whole thing was a staged event. They're gonna keep pushing for more control over what we say on the internet and social media accounts. There's been stories of people getting arrested for all kinds of social media outbursts, even though to me, I think this question marks over how much authenticity there is in stories, because it can also be used to scare you into saying anything. I'm not saying people are not getting arrested. I'm not saying no one's getting arrested for a social media post or even getting in trouble. So this guy called Skinner, this American, he's the one that spoke of this kind of society where your behaviour is managed. He was using white pigeons as guinea pigs, of all things.
It was a utopia, he said, because it would free society from all the dangerous and irrational impulses inside individuals' minds. All of that could be sealed off by managing people's behaviour with rewards and treats. Now, China had found a way of creating just such a system of managing people through the mass of data it was gathering. It was being used to create a whole society where what went on inside people's heads was completely irrelevant. Their rational thought and their feelings were all bypassed. It was only their observed behaviour that counted. and this allowed those in charge to bury and hide the anger and frustration that had been created in a society that was riddled with corruption and growing inequalities. And if people didn't respond to the treats, they could be forcibly reprogrammed, as it is alleged is happening in large re-education facilities in Xinjiang to
Yeah. Re-education camps. Yeah. Re-education camps in the modern age. This has been spoken quite a lot in China, especially with the way the so-called Uyghur Muslim population in Western China, in Xinjiang, have been treated, because they would refuse to cooperate with the Chinese government about the way they should live. Now, other Muslims in China seem to live fine because they don't say anything to the government. They just get on with their lives, because they know if they say something, if they go out of line, they're going to be targeted as well. So it's the Uyghur Muslims that's been like put to education camps.
hundreds of thousands of the Muslim Uyghur population.
There you go.
But then things became more complicated, because evidence had started to come out from the world of science that questioned the whole idea that people could be manipulated in such a way. Psychology researchers had tried to repeat a number of the most important experiments that were the foundations of modern behavioral psychology. They were astonished to find that again and again, when they repeated the experiments, they failed to get the original results. It seemed that much of the evidence for priming just wasn't there. It got so bad that one of the most famous psychologists in the world, who had promoted the idea of priming, Daniel Kahneman, wrote an open email to the science of psychology. "I see a train wreck looming," he said. "We have become the poster child for doubts about the integrity of psychological research." Kahneman was frightened because it was undermining the idea that he had helped create. That in the human brain were systems that the conscious self was unaware of, but which you, the psychologist, could trigger unconsciously. But it also had wider implications, because it meant that companies like Cambridge Analytica, who claimed that they could alter the way people behaved by priming, might just be exploiting the hysteria and the suspicion. The truth was that you might be able to keep millions of people in a state of constant anxiety online by bombarding them with memes, but you couldn't alter underneath what they thought and what they believed. Will emerge. One possible future is that individualism will disappear, and with it, the very idea of individual freedom.
That's what it comes down to. It was said a while back, collectivism versus individualism. Well, we do live in a collectivist society, in a collectivist world, where the idea of individualism does not matter. It won't matter, because in order to fit in, you got to be part of the collective. Because if you don't, they'll just ostracize you and say you're just strange, you're weird, you're this, you're that, you're a lot of all these negative connotations they'll throw at you.
As has already begun in China, data will be gathered and used on a massive scale to predict and manage all human behavior, in the way that the psychologist B.F. Skinner predicted. He said that individualism would be just a brief moment in history before science would find a way to manage and control everyone. You would, said Skinner, create a world that is beyond freedom and dignity.
Skinner believes that the experimental analysis of behavior suggests that man's environment performs many of the functions once attributed to his inner feelings. A man feels free if he believes he is free, and he will believe he is free if he is conditioned by positive reinforcement to think so. His only hope is that he will come under the control of a natural and social environment which will enable him to pursue happiness successfully.
Yeah. So that's what we're dealing with. People believe they're free when they're not free. That's why things never seem to get better, or they get worse. Even people who claim to be awake still think they're they only think they're free. They only think they're free if they participate in it by voting for, I don't know, someone like Donald Trump or Nigel Farage in the UK. It looks like Farage might be the next Prime Minister, but again, it's all rigged. Doesn't matter who's in office, they all work for the same people. And I'll just give you one example. I mean, look at this is now the polling data will always change from time to time. But if you see here, it says Reform had a majority of 222. We all know what that stands for, don't we? 222. Obviously, the poll numbers change from time to time, so it might not equal that anyway. Let me just go back to the calculator. Yeah. Order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. Yeah, order out of chaos is 222. Reform, what is it? Yeah, they are predicted to get 33% of the vote. 33. 33. And we know what 33 is, don't we? 33. Yeah, Masonry is 33. Again, all rigged by design. For those you don't know. And you know what? What time is it now? Yeah. So one thing I wanted to mention, and I normally don't do this, but I am going to do it. I'm going to address it. I was on a live stream, Ponjo Pete's Son of Man, where he talks about transvestigation. Now he banned me because I said it's not all of them. Because I've only spent 6 months doing this whole transvestigation, elite gender inversion research, right? Now, I do think there's something to it about, all these people being, inverted individuals, like all these, world leaders, whether it's Donald Trump or whether it's Jacinda Ardern in New Zealand, who's no longer Prime Minister, whether it was Theresa May, whether it's female PMs or male PMs, female presidents or male presidents, not just them, anyone in that's famous really. But I said not all of them, simply because I believe you're just simply trapping yourself by saying all of them, because you mean everyone A to Z. I don't believe it's A to Z, but I don't rule out the possibility it might be all of them. So I was on a stream under a different name, and this person here, I'm gonna call out her. I don't give it FCK, because I'm not welcome. That's what she said. This is pathetic behavior. I'm sorry. This is absolutely pathetic behavior. I'm gonna call her out on it. Not just her, a couple of others I won't mention that were behaving with me as if I'd done something wrong. I'm sorry, it's very toxic. Generally the truth movement, whether it's the transvestigation community, whether it's 9/11 truth community, wherever, gematria community, wherever it is, there's a toxicity here. If you have a disagreement, they just go completely mental, crazy. I mean, what the hell? What the hell kind of world we're living in? I'm sure most of us want a better world, you know, for our children, our grandchildren, if generations to come. And we're all here, all the legitimate truths are all here to expose what's really going on in the world. But the problem is, the reason why we can't seem to get our act together is because we're fighting on ourselves over stupid and pathetic arguments. People being behaving egotistical, and there's a form of bullying going on as well. I mean, it's absolutely pathetic. People behave like that. Now, when I do my live streams, I'm not trying to force my beliefs on anybody. I really am not. It's entirely up to you what you believe, or it's entirely up to you if you take the truth of what I say. You either accept it or you don't. I don't want to impose my values, my point of view, my research onto you. It's up to you for you to decide. I think that's the proper approach when you do live streams like this and talk about the truth. Instead of saying, this is what it is, this is the way it's going to be, accept it. Otherwise, no. They'll say something worse, like if you don't believe this narrative, you're a government agent. I've seen people do that with me as well. Well, for one example, Donald Trump. If I don't fall for the narrative, I'm an agent. I've heard someone said that to me, not on YouTube, not on some other lesser known platform. I might have mentioned it before, Clubhouse, social interacting app. Yeah. Where you go into like a online room forum, and you got like 100 people. Sometimes it could be 100 people in the room, and you're talking about something, a topic. You try to add your point of view. What happens? They either shut you down, or just take you out of the room, or just ban you, or whatever. It's pathetic, really. We're supposed to have open, frank discussions about stuff, right? And they do this. So there's a toxicity when the truth really is. And it's not cool. It isn't really. All we're trying to do is expose what's really going on in the world, and hope we could change it. I suspect the way things are right now, I don't see anything or significance changing. What I see is people are I mean the main positive thing I see is people don't buy into what's really going on in the world right now. They don't believe what the politicians say. They don't believe what the media says, and they don't fall for the celebrity entertainment crap, because they know it's all a distraction, not relevant, or just, theatrical. Oh, someone's here. Oh, hi, Jews. It's very nice to see you. What's happening in the chat? No, can you please tell me what's happening? Yeah, can you tell me, please? I would like to know. I've only seen one message and 2 likes. Yeah, I'm just talking about all I was talking about, the toxicity in the truth movement generally. I just feel like people just need to calm down. If you have a disagreement, it's fine. But I mean, it's not like I'm attacking someone's belief. Like, if you believe a certain thing, it's fine. I mean, it doesn't bother me just as long as we have common agreement or something. Yeah, it's very nice to see you, Jews. Can you please tell me what's happening, because I don't know what's happening. What's really happened in the chat? Well, can you please tell me? I would love to know what you mean. You please tell me what's happening, because I don't know what's happening.
Step up and do not allow somebody to...
Would love to know what you mean. Okay, I'm looking. I can't see anything. Yeah, Jews. Yeah. She hasn't got. You haven't got back. You haven't got back to me. Well, I'm happy to see you here anyway. I really am. Yeah, I had to address something. I don't want to dwell on it too much. I'm just saying. Can we just calm down? I mean, I know emotions are high right now. We've got a lot of stuff going on in the world, a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. But like I said before, people just need to calm down. If I have a disagreement, don't go out of your way to try to attack me or say some awful stuff. It's not nice. It really isn't. Sorry, you cannot speak what your experience is in the chat. Oh, I kind of know. Yeah, I kind of know what you. Yeah, I kind of know what you. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I kind of get it. Yeah, yeah. So there's no real connection between real people. Oh. Yeah. You're on Facebook, aren't you? I'm on Facebook. I hope to be friends with you, because I'm friends with a lot of people in the truth community. People that watch my channel or watch some of the stuff or follow the stuff I do. You are a visitor there. Are you talking about me? Okay. Oh, I should have said good morning to you. Sorry. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning. Yeah, I like what you say, dear. Yeah. Yeah. My name is Cable X. I'll show you my profile. I just want to show you. Hold on a second. Let me just. Yeah, I'm on Facebook. I just want to mention that to you right now. This is me. Yeah, if you already know, I'm on Facebook. I don't know if I've added you or not. Hold on. Have I added you? I don't know. Just gotta make sure. Yeah. I just showed you my profile. I would like to, be your friend, if that's okay. No, we are all visitors in the chat. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, that's a bit strange. Yeah, that is strange. We're all visitors in chat. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen it, Jules. I don't know if you catched it. I was talking about the ID card announcement in the United Kingdom. It syncs to. This is a bit of a recap for those that tuned in. This guy, he wanted to push ID cards, couldn't do it, but his successor, our current Prime Minister, two inverts, by the way. This is not a man. Neither is the current Prime Minister. Both women. Yeah, these are. I mean, instead of drag queen, you got drag kings or something like that. And from his last day in office to Keir Starmer's announcement, 6,666 days. As always, 666. They say it's the mark of the beast, or the devil number, you could say, or the Antichrist number. Not a coincidence that this announcement about digital ID in the UK would occur 6,666 days. I have no friends on Facebook. I'm alone now. Oh, okay. You're alone. Okay. I can sympathise with that because in my real life, I didn't really have a lot of friends in school. I mean, I might have had friends, but they weren't like really close friends. They were just more like people who just I would say used me, I guess. So I didn't have any true friends, to be honest, in my childhood. I mean, in school and college was okay. I did have friends, but obviously online is much easier to have. I suppose it's much easier to gain friends when people take an interest in research you do. So yeah, you know, I was supposed to end the stream about 10 minutes ago, but when I seen you in the chat, I was very happy and excited. I'm very happy that you're here. Juice, it's very nice to speak with you. I do like to interact with people in the chat. I really do. Oh look, it's something from Snake Eyes. This relates to the whole Charlie Kirk thing. In the movie Snake Eyes, I mean, to be perfectly honest, before I continue, Charlie Kirk is something that is being talked about a lot from truth community. And while it is interesting, and while new information keeps coming out, I just think people in the truth community need to calm down a bit. Can they not always stick to this one topic? I believe there's other topics that you need to talk about. I want to try my best to do other topics as well. So I don't want to keep, I hate to use the phrase, obsess with this one character. I mean, I think this guy's been exposed to the hilt, but I know it's going to be hard not to do that because more information keeps coming out. So let me address this now. In the movie Snake Eyes, there was even a character that resembled Erica Kirk. She had blonde hair like Erica, and she's even wearing a white outfit like Erica wore after Charlie Kirk's you know what, I can't say the word because YouTube just want to censor me. Oh, you know what? Oh, you're a sweetheart. Yeah, I like that. I'm glad you do because unfortunately some people don't seem to like me in the live stream that you and I normally be on. I'm not saying everyone. Some people don't seem to like me. I mean, I've never done anything to offend anyone. I've always gotten on with people. I've always been respectful to people. I've always been kind and nice to people because that's who I am. I'm not some troll. I'm not some agent. I just go out of my way to put the truth out. I mean, look at my channel. I haven't got 1,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers. I got like 442 subscribers. I put out over 400 videos. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for fame or anything like that. I don't even like beg people to even. I mean, I might share my work or share what I say or what I do. I might say those things, but I don't really say it enough because it doesn't bother me as much. I'm just happy to be able to put out this information because I just feel like spreading what I know in my head and put it out into practice, into the video. So yeah. Sorry that you banned, but take it not personally. No, I've not taken it. I mean, I don't want to sound like it's personal because it's not. Because I'm not trying to attack anybody. But you know, it's something. I mean, normally I don't let it bother me or get to me. It's just that one person I mentioned, Rachel, she was being a bit strange. To say you're not welcome here was a bit. It almost was. I mean, I don't want to say hurtful because it wasn't hurtful. It was not a nice thing to hear. It really wasn't. I've never heard anyone say that. It's not like I'm stalking her or bothering her. No, I mean these kind of things. Most of the time, if someone says they don't like me or whatever, I don't ever address it. But the reason why I addressed it because I was going about the toxic nature of the truth community because there's a toxicity that's disturbing. That's the only reason why I addressed it. But I'm not gonna. I mean, I addressed it. I'm not gonna carry on with it in the next time I do a live. I won't. But that's how, unfortunately, that's how things are. Yeah, like I said, I appreciate your comment. Yeah, I like you as well. I think you're a wonderful person. You're very friendly, very nice. Yeah. You know what? I was gonna cut the stream up, but when I seen you, I was very happy to see you. Yeah, 5 reasons to say no to digital ID. Loss of privacy. Every move, purchase, interaction could be logged and monitored. I mentioned something like this earlier. Centralized control. Whoever runs the system holds enormous power over your daily life. Data breaches. Huge databases are irresistible targets for hackers risking your identity. Well, I know who wants to hack into you. It's the KGB. It's the Israeli Mossad. It's all these other entities that work under the same umbrella. Exclusion. No ID, no access. People could be locked out of work, healthcare, travel, and even shopping. Yeah, I mentioned this before. Freedom erosion. Once digital ID becomes required, reversing it will be almost impossible. Well, I say this: if in the UK, I'm talking about in the UK, if in the UK they do roll it out, the best thing to do is say no. Don't put up with it. Say no. I repeat, say no. Say no 1, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, 9 times, 10 times. Say no. Tell them. If they threaten you, threaten your job, threaten you with over, like you having a mortgage, they threaten you, take them to court. Sue their damn ass, because I'm sorry, I don't think people should put up with it. People are too soft these days. They're pretty passive. Don't put up with it. That's what I say. Don't put up with it. I don't want to put up with it. I don't think anyone should put up with it. In the live stream, you can see the toxic what people to be handled. We're all born here. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. $5:46. Oh, just checking the time. That's how it. 5:46 a.m. Oh look, here is Trump. I think I mentioned this before in some of the video. Trump. Excuse me. Trump outlines an ambitious initiative that harnesses artificial intelligence to enforce global bans on biological weapons. So he's talking about the AI thing. He's not challenging it or opposing it. He's all for it. Just like in Britain, where we're doing the digital ID thing, he's talking about AI to control biological weapons. Well, sounds a bit like Skynet in Terminator, where they end up controlling all the world's weapon systems, and then suddenly Skynet develops its own consciousness, which is spoiler alert, by the way, and they start to turn on humanity, a bit like the Matrix, which is what happens there as well. Yeah, it's all predictive programming when they make these kind of movies, because they know that these things will come to pass, because they are the ones that come up with the ideas. All these big think tanks and foundations, secret societies, all these test agencies with their documents where they deliberately leak about their plans. Or it's like in the Guardian, where they were talking about the kind of society coming to pass in 20 years or 30 years time. This is like back in 2005 or 6 or 7 or something. 3 in the chat. Well, I appreciate it. 3 in the chat. 3 in the chat. Yeah, shout out to Jews. Yeah, I'm happy to see you. Yeah, you're a very nice woman. You really are. When I hear people when I hear people come in the chat and say hello and just talk to me, I really appreciate it, because I really like interacting with people that are nice. Hold on a sec. 48. Yeah, I think I have to go soon. Yeah, this is from the movie Snake Eyes, where this guy gets shot in the left neck on September 10th. Even though they changed the date now from September 10th in the movie to September 19th. Don't know why they're doing that. Again, predictive programming from when this happened in the movie. The movie's about assassination. Snake Eyes is a movie with Nicolas Cage, and look at Nicolas Cage doing the triangle sign, and look how close to in the camera, and look how the phrase is, believe everything except your eyes. Yeah, is that how we should look at things when something happens in front of our faces? I can only help but think 9/11. And this movie was filmed at the Trump Taj Mahal Hotel Casino. Again, isn't ironic? One of his Trump properties, it was filmed at that movie Snake Eyes. Okay, let's. I want to read all of this, but let me just read up the first few lines. I'm very disappointed in the so-called critical thinkers of the truth community. They've eaten the bait, hook, line, and sinker. The obviously staged event was designed to pull on your heartstrings, succeeded at pulling you right back into the matrix. Well, that's certainly the case with a lot of truthers and a lot of Trump supporters who claim to be awake. And once again, you became an NPC normie overnight. You are emotionally attached to a staged event, and your cognitive dissonance will allow you to critically decipher the overwhelming evidence that points to, you know what. Yeah, I can't say the whole thing. Yeah. Got in trouble with YouTube when I first did one of the Kirk videos. They said, we took it down because you are denying an event. Denial event is what they said to me. Yeah. There's certain stuff you can't say. Yeah. It's become almost like impossible or difficult to say anything. Because if you do, they will punish you. Which is pathetic, really. Yeah, this is 27 Club. That's Amy Winehouse, Jimi Hendrix, that's Kurt Cobain. I don't know who the rest are. But I'll say the 27 Club. I don't think they're dead personally. Just stage their deaths. And a reminder here, the person that was killed on September 10th, he was killed 33 weeks and 3 days from when Trump was inaugurated in office of this year. The number 33. Once again, 33 strikes again. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to go now. Yeah, thanks for joining me, everyone. I'm sorry that the first live went down due to communication, so I had to redo it again, and I think I stayed on for too long. I wasn't, but when I seen you Jews, I was like, hey, I was very happy to see you. I've not seen you in the chat before, so I just thought, yeah, I talked to you. So yeah. Sorry I had to vent out my emotions. I do apologize for that. But as you say, sometimes you just got to get off your chest, which is what I did. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate